Hey guys, what's up? My name is Tryston and welcome back to another video. Thank you guys for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Today we're going to talk about where is Bitcoin headed in 2018. Is it going to die off or is it going to continue steamrolling ahead to 100K, which is where it would have to be pretty much if it goes off of the same percentage increases over the last year. I want to talk about where Bitcoin has been in the last year and where I think it's going to go. I obviously don't know. This is not financial advice. This is not anything. This is me just simply expressing my thoughts to the world, to you guys. And where do I think we're going to go? So, Bitcoin over the last year, we'll go pull up the year chart, has gone from about $800 to $15,000. It's up over 1,000%, almost 2,000%. Pretty much we'll just call it 2,000%. It's up a huge amount, and there's been a lot of people getting into Bitcoin recently in this last year. I would call this last year, at least in cryptocurrency world, the Bitcoin year. It's been a good year for Bitcoin. There have been other cryptocurrencies, like I think Ethereum was less than $10. You know, Bitcoin Cash is doing extremely well as a forked coin. Ripple's done really good in the last week, pretty much over the whole year. You know, it's been a good year for crypto, but specifically for Bitcoin because Bitcoin is the front face, I guess is the phrase. The forefront. Bitcoin's at the forefront of cryptocurrency. It is the one everyone thinks of. No one thinks of it. No one, when they think of cryptocurrency, no one is Ethereum the first thing to think of. Maybe Vitalik, but that's because he works on it. It's his project. Most people will think, even people that may not like Bitcoin, will think Bitcoin first because it's basically the face of cryptocurrency. And it extremely shows when Coinbase has become, at least temporarily, I don't know if it is still now, but for some point on December 12th, it was the #1 downloaded app store app. It passed things like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything in, I guess, how it was trending and how many users were downloading it. So a ton of people were signing up for Coinbase. Coinbase is getting about 100,000 new users every single day. People are downloading this app. Why? Well, obviously, so they can deposit money into Bitcoin and most likely other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum and Litecoin. So everyone's trying to get on that Bitcoin train to try and make the insane gains that have been advertised pretty much ever since Bitcoin hit 10,000. Because the media has been pumping it. It's insane. I don't mean like they've been pumping the price directly. I just mean the media has been pumping news out of Bitcoin. Like almost every day, some news outlets have been just cramming in so much noise about Bitcoin. If the price goes up, people are like, oh, it's going up, it's gonna boom, and then it goes down. It's like, is Bitcoin dying? Like, it's pretty insane how the media is just taking this, and they're doing it because it's getting clicks, because people are interested. It shows people are interested because they think it's gonna make them easy money, which kind of shows that it might even, like, it's acting a little bit, and this is gonna sound really outlandish for someone in the cryptocurrency to say, but in the cryptocurrency world, but it's acting a little bit like a Ponzi. Because right now people are getting in just because, I want to be clear, I'm not calling Bitcoin a Ponzi. It's not a Ponzi scheme, but it's acting like a Ponzi. Because people are getting in right now because they think it's free money, basically. They think the price is going to keep going up. A lot of people. So they're being misled. Unintentionally. They should be doing their own research and stuff like that. But you know how people are. I mean, there's so much fake news on Twitter that people will believe. People will see this and they'll want to believe they could like easily double their money overnight, which they theoretically can, but also you can lose 50% of your money overnight, obviously. So this is showing signs of, like, people have been asking, people have been trying to call the top of Bitcoin or the top of the bubble. I personally do believe Bitcoin's a bubble. Doesn't mean it has to pop. But I don't think Bitcoin really, in my opinion, has a place over the next year. I think Bitcoin is going to go away in the next year. Might be it might be something small, like it might not be the top crypto. I think by far, I don't think it'll be the top cryptocurrency by the end of 2018. I think something like Ethereum will come up and replace it in the top, because currently the Bitcoin transaction fees have been skyrocketing. I mean, we were at just a month ago we were at $10 per transaction, and now we're hitting 20 and now 60 with the recent events because of the recent price movement. There's so many people that have been transferring Bitcoin, trying to get it from exchange to exchange. So now the price per transaction is upwards of $60, basically. 55 if you want to be accurate. Some people have been paying over $100 per transaction just to get their transaction processed. This is the future of internet money. Also, the transaction times, of course, have been over an hour, generally speaking, on average. Either they've been around an hour or they've been over an hour, way over an hour. I mean, we're talking thousands of minutes here for transaction times. Sometimes people haven't even been able to get their transactions processed because they're paying what's considered a cheap fee, which could be like, let's say you process a transaction with a $10 fee. Your transaction might be pending for a week, and your money will just sit there pending for a week. You don't have access to it. So with all these facts coming together with the fact that basically the mainstream media, almost everyone's talking about Bitcoin, older folks like grandparents, parents, people that might not even be interested in the future of technology, the Internet of Things, or even the internet, they don't even know how to use the internet, are trying to get into Bitcoin. This, in my opinion, shows partly that we're at the top. And then also the fact that Bitcoin isn't scaling. Bitcoin has to scale in order to stay relevant. People will say it's a store of value all they want. First of all, it's not a currency anymore. It is not a currency. It hasn't even been a currency since the beginning of the year, I'd say. Even with a 34-cent fee, 30-cent fees, I still think that's not a currency, but it works. But once you get over $1 for a fee, that's really when you start to get really bad. I mean, it's not like a rule. It's like if the currency has $1 plus fee, that's when it's bad. I just mean like less than $1, like 20 cents. It's not that bad, but now it's just ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. It's almost like a joke. It seems like a joke. It's not a currency, but also a store of value. What good is a use of a store of value if the price is always going up and down and losing 20-30%, going up 20-30%? It's so volatile, and we're not talking 20-30% a year. We're talking 20-30% a day. That's very volatile. And then you can't even move it because the transaction fees are so expensive. What good is that? And I only do this because I love cryptocurrency. I'm only being critical of Bitcoin because I would love Bitcoin to succeed. I would love Bitcoin to see Bitcoin scale in a way that is future-proofed, But that's why I believe in things like IOTA and Ray blocks. I keep calling it Ray blocks because they have infinite scalability if they end up working. Like IOTA is of course still in a development phase, and same with Ray blocks. But I'm not trying to plug my own coins. I'm just saying like I don't necessarily know if I can believe in this anymore, and I don't know what Bitcoin Core is doing. They seem to just be sitting on their asses and not working on scaling. And I know that some people are going to say, like, well, they're working on the Lightning Network, and they're working on, SegWit, of course. Well, SegWit, it's been out for a year, and it hasn't even been adopted by major exchanges yet. Like, Coinbase and GDAX don't even support SegWit yet. And they're at the forefront of the cryptocurrency and specifically Bitcoin market. When it comes to average users, I know that people outside the US don't use it, and it's not the number one. It doesn't have the highest market movement, but it's at the forefront for people in the United States. And Lightning Network has been in development for a year, and we haven't really seen that much of it. I'm very skeptical of Lightning Network. I haven't read too much into it, but at least just make it scale to like a higher block size. At least just do that. Just change the block size limit so we can at least have some more room for transactions. Like, it's so bad. It's so bad right now. And if this continues to grow, like if this goes above $100 per transaction, that's going to be bad. It's already very bad, but it's only going to continue to. It seems like it's only going to continue to get worse. That's what it seems like, and that's what's scary. That's why I think that by the end of the year in 2018, Bitcoin won't be at the top anymore. It might still have a huge market cap. Like, it might still have the same market cap and probably more. But with where Ethereum seems to be going, I mean, I'm hoping that it can catch up to Bitcoin. But I don't know, man. I don't see a future with Bitcoin. That's the thing. I don't see Bitcoin staying around compared to other cryptocurrencies. I mean, people are pouring money into Litecoin because it can actually transfer. So people basically they sell their Bitcoin for Litecoin and then use Litecoin to transfer it so they could save money. It's really bad. It's really bad. Anyways, guys, leave your thoughts down below, your comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for dropping by. I really do appreciate it. And let me know your thoughts. You know, are you pro Bitcoin? Are you pro Bitcoin Cash? I have a lot of people that are into Bitcoin Cash that watch my videos. I'm not necessarily into Bitcoin Cash. I have more Bitcoin Cash than I do Bitcoin. When it comes to a partial of a coin. But that's only because my Bitcoin Cash is just sitting in my ledger, and my Bitcoin is on an exchange that I've been using to buy altcoins. Because I'm more into altcoins personally, and I'm not into like exchanging altcoins for Bitcoin. I just like to hold things and, you know, keep them. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. If you didn't agree with it, make sure to leave a dislike. Subscribe if you like videos like this. I'm going to try to make at least a video a day from here on out. Doing updates and stuff like this, because I want to do more videos. I've just been extremely lazy, so I apologize for that. I'm going to try and get into this more. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.